change, challenge, adversity, these are the things that build us. They are the things we should go head into, but you might not understand it at the moment. This is a huge moment of change for me. This is the house I've been renting. My family bought a new home, my parents, and rented me the childhood home for the price of an apartment. And in hindsight, life would have been a lot better if I just rented an apartment. Going through the sales process, not having boundaries, being respected, having certain things, within your family, within your household, that maybe you develop a version of yourself that you are proud of. And just like being around maybe an old crowd of drinking buddies, or maybe your high school, middle school, even grade school group of people, there's this different subconscious persona you have of yourself that you've developed away from, but in that environment there's still parts of that there. So I'm super grateful that I grew up in a place like this. At the same time, this home, this is all associated with the past version of myself that became the divorced, addicted, alcoholic person with zero self-belief and extreme self-loathing. So, I'm very fortunate that my parents are still here with me. And I hope they are for a long time. And it might be that when I do finally lose them, seeing old videos, pictures of this place, it will bring back a completely different set of emotions. We were here for 37 years. I was in the young ages of grade school when we built this home. There was pretty much nothing around us at that time, and a whole city has grown up around us since then. But at this moment, I'm honestly just grateful to close a really big part of what that chapter was, a symbol that subconsciously associates with that chapter of life. Now, it's fine when I'm here on my own, but just something about this environment, plus the family, and it just brings me back to what I have developed away from being. So, when we're confronted with challenge, change, adversity, this is the easiest of them all, because this is honestly favorable. This is something that I desire anyways. I was only supposed to be here temporarily. I wasn't supposed to be here this long, but my literal dream career that I used to want more than anything has fallen flat into my lap, every single way, shape, and form. There is no cooler setup. I'm going to be out tomorrow riding $30,000 custom motorcycles, getting paid to do it. I've done it all over the country for these guys, doing off-road motorsports, firearms, aircraft parts. I have zero supervision. I get to learn and develop new skills. I do all this cool stuff, but it's not where I want to go at this moment. So I will be extremely loyal to these people, but my long-term goal is far more than just working with a group. And we're building something cool that I do hope will be a part of my life for a long time, but hopefully not take up too much time. So this is kind of a random ramble, because a change that's positive is not really the way I started this whole conversation. I can tell you that the hardest things I've been through are the best things that I've been through. They're the things that have built me. They've given me the opportunity to overcome the challenge, to develop, to become a better version of myself. But it took years to really learn and figure that out, because for the longest amount of time, it was a lot more comfortable and easy to just grab that bottle, grab a bunch of junk food, get some video games, light up a joint, just turn it all off. But you know what? It's still there the next day. It doesn't go away when that's how you cope with issues. I've found that just going head on into them turns out a lot better, a lot sooner. And yeah, when you're in it, you're still in it. It doesn't just go away. But man, I'm so grateful through this stressful week of my life. The last few weeks, really the last several months, when I finally had pinpointed this thing that was off about myself. for my whole life. And this is still a little bit fresh. There's family involved. We may never even talk about it. But I'm so grateful that I was able to finally come to terms and understand this thing that was, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the stunt riding that I did. Now I'm doing it on bicycles, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get back into it on motorcycles while I still have a little bit of bounce left in my step. We'll see. But my entire youth was me just bribing other people for their approval because I had no self-approval, and it all comes back to the circumstance that I've been dealing with my entire life. I'm just grateful that I understand it now because I'm a different version of myself. None of that applies, although it feels like it still does in this environment. So by just removing this symbol of my past, it's only going to help me move forward faster in life. So, hey, this was just me talking about myself this time. I'm bringing you guys along with the journey. I have an amazing story of an entire year I spent on the road, living out of an SUV, where I completely changed my life, got sober, created self-belief, got in the best shape of my life, getting better all the time. And it was in beautiful places, on beaches, on mountaintops. I got to see huge portions of the country. There's so many valuable life lessons that I can't wait to share with you in a really beautiful, interesting, and unique setting. But for now, I'm going to get back to packing up the last couple loads, and you're going to get to see some really interesting things about what I'm doing next because, I screwed up. I got into a bad relationship. I got addicted. I started a business that failed. That wasn't the screw up. The screw up was not taking that as lessons to learn. Failure is the most valuable source of data for something you wanted to get done or achieve. Now, turns out I don't want to own a real estate marketing company or a real estate brokerage like I did. But man, I had 7 years of defeat before the last nearly 4 from that. And I guess I did kind of live in a ski town for 7 years, become a professional downhill mountain bike coach, produced snowboarding videos that played on TV and in hotels for years and years. Made a lot of great friends, got married and divorced. Don't regret it, learned a lot. I was low value at the time. She was low value. The marriage was low value. That's what happens. And guess what? I'm creating someone of much higher value now. And I will not dedicate my time, my energy, my emotions to someone who does not also bring an equal amount of value to the relationship. And man, I love being single. So I've been loving life, doing things the way I want to do them, growing, evolving, building, and I'm not going to give that up if there isn't a really good reason and a really right person. So yeah, that was actually a pretty amazing thing that came out of failure. And then this last year, which you'll see the story soon, that was also something just beautiful and wonderful that I'll be grateful for the rest of my life that I did. So I hope to encourage you guys. Keep moving forward. If you haven't yet gotten yourself sober and fit, just get into the gym. I'm going to talk to you a lot more about just the things that you can do to get started that make a difference, that, for as little as 5 minutes a day can make a very meaningful difference in your life. And make you look and feel better too. So we'll talk more about that stuff in the future. So thanks for sharing this portion of the journey with me. I'd take you inside, but it's a house. It's all moved out. It's got new floors down, walls being painted. Not really a big deal. So guys, take care. We'll catch you next time.